Mohini Didi and Asha Didi. So it was a wonderful session yesterday and we will continue with that. And we have Mandaben who will be doing chit chat with them. So let's listen to Didi first.
Om Shanti. Everyone is okay? Yes, Avyakti Parivar. Everyone is okay, everyone is well. Yes. I know many of you are waiting for your, as it was told yesterday, that it will be continuing from yesterday, today's second session. So I know there is a lot of curiosity there. Can we call that a desire? Can we call it expectation? Or no? No expectation, no desire. Then what is it? It's drama. It's learning. Those who have interest in learning, learning is the best quality one can have. Not only it keeps you full, but also very humble. I know, or I don't know. These are very common words, right? You say, I don't know. Okay, then try to find out. I know if anyone I call and say, can you help me with this? Oh, I don't know. Generally we say, hold on, I can try to find out for you. I mean, that's the training. I always tell them, never say, I don't know. You just say, I don't know, but hold on, I can still find out for you, no? So there is always this whole thing of progress, learning, improvement, and that is not a desire. That is life. Because life is really to progress. Someone asked me, a young person, can we be ambitious or not? Because they feel if you are not ambitious in life, you won't kind of make attempts or initiatives. And so I said, yes, you can be ambitious. But while being ambitious, what is important is you have to see, is it matching your aim? Is it matching your goal? Or you are just ambitious? Like somebody said, can we demonstrate? Because like demonstrations happen. Can we join those demonstrations? I said, recently something was happening and they were asking BKs to join that demonstration. So they called me. I said, it depends, if you are in that social, in this community. But basically, Baba will not advise us to demonstrate. We haven't demonstrated, right, in BKs for anything, right? So, learning every step. Many of you were in session in the morning with Asha Didi, and I was hearing all, and I was thinking that how our intellect has to be clear based on knowledge, intelligent based on knowledge or purity. So if that is there, then you have answers. You see your path. You see very clearly where you have to go, what you have to do. Right? So learning, anything learning, is very, very important. I think those who have desires, it is more like comparison or many, many different ways you want to fulfill yourself. One of God's quality, Baba's quality, is bestower. He will never take. He will always give. But there are karmic philosophy. So he must take to give. Like Sudama had to take those raw rice. And that's universal karmic law. And even God will abide by that, right? That's another thing we should remember. That Baba also will not do anything which interferes anyone's karmic account. If Baba says, come and tell me your mistake, something will be, half will be forgiven. But half you will still have to settle, right? So Baba is a bestower, right? So what we have to be? A bestower, like our Baba. So we had a session here with some leaders. What comes first, abundance or generosity? What is first? Abundance or generosity? Generosity, you all believe that? Sure? Okay, that's a good principle. If there is generosity, there will be abundance. So today Baba is saying, bestower means one who is full. You children of the bestower are master bestowers. That's the main thing. I am child of a bestower. A bestower means one who is full. Such full and complete souls constantly stay in a stage of being ignorant of the knowledge of desires. They neither have a desire to receive anything in a subtle way nor in a physical way. They do not experience any lack of attainment for which they would desire to receive something. They are full of all attainments. Only those who are full of all attainments can make others attain something. We all have different beliefs. Some come from path of bhakti. Like I had always believed that if you have desire, you are limiting your attainment. Because maybe God wants to give you more, right? I say, give me this. Maybe He wanted to give you more. That's what my belief was. So I never asked. I say, He's my parents, He knows my needs and He knows my future, He knows what is my fortune. So I never asked. Because if I asked, maybe He wanted to give more. So He will only give what you had asked for, right? That was always my belief, and I maintain that Baba, He wants us to be full, right? So why He won't bestow? But we limit. Baba, I want a big house, I want a big center. I said, Baba, all Baba's homes are my home. Everything is Baba's, right? We are just nimit, we are trustees. So, have generosity, be a bestower, and you will have all the attainments. You will be full. You will be complete. And it is knowledge, it is virtues, it is powers, your fortune, whatever. You will always remain full. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you
Om
so
Shanti.
much, Didi.
Om Shanti.
It's a pleasure to be with you both here tonight. And I'd like to continue a little bit on that kind of theme that Sister Wadi had started. The theme of getting to know the two of you. So today, as I was thinking about it, in fact, I had the thought last night, watching you, Didi, first of all, because I've known you for 43 years now. I'm 43 years in Gyan this year. And I saw this picture in your room, and beautiful, sparkling, smiling face. This question is going to be for you too, Ashaban. So you can also listen in that way. So I've seen you and your journey in a process of transformation. You used to be so vibrant, so energetic, so articulate. Well, you're still articulate, but there was a lot of sense of energy. And as time has gone on, we're seeing your maturity, your depth, your spirituality, and your persona is different now, has been over a period of time. And so I was wondering, what do you feel have been your milestones in your life? Maybe 2 or 3 milestones that you might say has kind of made you jump and take a leap into the next level and a next level and a next level. And Asha Didi, for you, the same question. Ever since I've seen you, I've seen Mohini Didi a lot because I used to sit in the RC meetings with Dadi, so I've seen her at work and I've seen what's happened. I haven't seen you to the same extent. You, I've seen same in a sense, that maturity, as you were saying today, that you are a bit serious and official. You're official. And that's how I've seen you. Not that I've had much of an interaction with you, but now I'm also experiencing you with kind of this sweetness and gentleness and maturity. So I'm wondering what your milestones have been over your Brahmin life. So whoever would like to go first, to Mohini Didi can go first.
Asha Didi will
You first. You might want a minute to think about it. I know it's kind of sprung on you, and it's a question that requires a bit of thought. What has been the milestones that have made you take a leap up, and brings you here today? So, when either one of you are ready.
Our life's progress and everything depends on our beliefs. It's very, very important that what you believe, then you put it in practical life. One thing I always believe, that when you are in front of God or Baba, always smile. He will be pleased that you are accepting Him as Father. And as a child, you are always smile. I never, like when I see people not happy or smile, I say, if not now, when you are God's child. And there is a story that some people find challenges, difficulties, or whatever. For me, I never see anything as difficult, never. There is a story of it, many little stories, but there is thundering, lot of thundering, lightning happening. And this child will always, as soon as there is thundering and lightning, he just comes out. So his mother is saying, but why you go out? I'm trying to get all children in and you keep running. So it's lightning and he's looking at sky. He said, God is taking my photograph. Because generally, when camera flashes. So he was taking lightning, which could be threatening, as God is taking the photo. And another very short story, but very motivating, that once there was fire in the jungle, lot of fire, so all animals, everyone running, and so there was a little sparrow. So she saw a pond. She will go take little water and put in the rain, like drop by drop from her. And so all birds, everyone laughing at her and saying, you think you will extinguish this fire? But she didn't discontinue. She kept doing. And after a little while there was heavy rain and fire got extinguished. That means the self-effort, one should never stop, whatever external people comment, opinions, because these are the things which create some blockages. And if we believe in what we're doing is good, then whole universe is there to support you. Things happen which we might call as, some people are concerned even with somebody said something. Okay, when people have, we heard in before knowledge that as many are the faces, so many are the concepts for God. Jitne muh. So somebody said God is this, God is this, God. So if they say for me, then what? So criticism I never had problem with. So I'm just saying that if you believe in certain strong principles and maintain those, then only what you see is upliftment, growth, and there is always something more for you to do and be. Always. So this whole subtle thing of insecurity for anything, but always remember that if I am constantly honest effort maker, Baba is with me, the whole universe is with me. So I asked Baba, Avek Babdada, Baba, since we come in knowledge, there is so much scolding at home, in society, everyone. Why we come for meditation, peace of mind, but there is no peace of mind because so much. Baba said, just to give you experience. And from that day, anything happens. Even within, like, we are in USA, how many years now? So, we are observed by government, whether it's finances or visas, and that means, and anytime, any little thing we come to know, I tell Eric, I said, oh, we learn now. Why it's happened now? What's going to happen? We learn now. So it's like path is, if you keep to your beliefs, keep to your spiritual stage. That is why this question during India, faith and trust. Faith is from your head and trust is from your heart. What is your inner voice speaking? Do you trust that? I trust my inner voice. So that's why again this whole question of who should give me direction. Anyone can give. But I still have to listen to my heart and I trust, because there is love, there is honesty, there is remembrance of Baba. So why can't I trust? So it's not manmat. It is like alignment between Shrimat and manmat. I like to follow. That means there is always better is coming, higher is coming. If that thought is there, then you keep progressing constantly.
So I'm thinking though, were there certain situations that you might say, okay, coming to the USA, for example, or starting Peace Village, would you be able to say these situations that came, that taught you something, that made you think something, and so you took a leap?
No, that is what I'm saying. I am not seeing things as difficulties,
No, yeah.
And one thing is having faith, other is applying faith. Majority of people have faith, but they don't apply when it's the time.
Nice.
And for me, I always believe, but apply faith this is the time.
So what does it mean, apply faith?
Maintain at that time faith.
Right.
So Baba's power of your own faith will help you. But you have faith and you are thinking doubtfully.
Right. Okay.
Why are you worrying if you have faith, right? But we still do that. And then we want to see the result of faith.
Yeah.
But you having doubts want to have result, but there is percentage in the faith, So I think if you work on yourself in a very nice, practical way, there will always be challenging, right?
Right.
When I came to Germany, and there was this brother,
Surya.
Suryabai, Stephen. He was in Delhi at the center where I was. So he really kept inviting, and I said, okay. Oh, you don't get this there, take this. So I had so heavy bags. And to get on that accelerator was like, now should I hold bags or what should I do? So that means every moment there is something. When I came to Canada and lot of opportunities. You have radio station, just go do recording, as many you want. I was sent to all the universities in whole Canada. They gave me ticket, go and give talks, and I was alone. I think take these are opportunities.
Right.
These are opportunities. When I think of how we did all that journey of foreign countries,
Right.
but all these are, something has to come. No, like Baba said, Tufan and Tufa. But there is some gift there. And then whatever you're doing is Baba's direction, whatever you're doing is for his task.
So in a sense, what you're saying is that every situation that comes your way is a milestone. And so it's not big events, it's every single day you're crossing milestones. And so
Not only every day, every hour.
yeah, right.
It could be every minute.
Yeah, lovely, very good.
And
Asha,
then your intellect works that
yes,
way.
absolutely.
Finding
Nice.
remedies, finding solutions, finding best
Nice.
practices.
Yes, thank you.
That helps a lot.
Yeah, lovely. Asha Didi, would you like to share your milestones, or what do you feel has been your
don't know
means
if
of...
you call it milestone, but as I see my life, spiritual life, I find that first I'm confronted with the situation and then learning is there. Like if it is surrendered life, I never wanted to surrender. I had no experience of living in the center, but started living in the center and learned by living. And this was, I found that if we are really genuine in our purpose and obedient to our seniors and subscribe to what the rules and regulations demand from the situation. So all these things helped me. And surrendered life, then I accepted, which I did not earlier. Later I accepted because I had no experience of center life at all. So I was hesitant whether to surrender or not. to go be in the job, and then I always used to say to Daddy, Daddy, I am on trial. I am on trial. This word trial began from our times. That I will try, and if only I am convinced and I am fine, then I will surrender. So much so that in 73, there was a mela, and where I wanted the educated sisters, myself and Shantiben, both of our surrender ceremony to be held in public. The cards are printed and all that. I said no. I was hesitant, not that confident. But slowly, as experience is gained, then you see the life, it is easy, not difficult. It is surrendering of the intellect. It is when you have adopted that life, then live it genuinely, truly, honestly, not half-baked, half decided, no, full. So this was one thing that I learned from this. I lived in Pandabhavan for 30 years. And 30 years, I was exposed to a lot of VIP service. There also I had no experience. Yes, Dadi Gulzar used to be with us. Dadi Gulzar earlier, she used to take us with her to meet VIPs. So I could learn from her. And here also I found that I'm put in the situation and then learn. And when I was put in ORC to be there, we were 3 sisters, and both of them were very senior to me. Geeta Didi, Shukla Didi. I was the youngest one, the junior most. But the responsibility was entrusted to me. Responsibility of running the whole thing. I had no idea how a center runs, but I was never in charge of any center. I was touring, no doubt. Dadi made me tour the whole country, going there for bhattis, classes, sometimes conflicts, solution, all these things. Dadi gave me lot of experience, but this kind of experience was not there. I did not know ABC, nothing. But if you keep your mind open, if you keep your heart open to listen to others, that way. And it was also, let me tell you, people were watching. Let us see how she does.
Interesting.
How she does, how she is going to do all these things. Yes. It was a kind of that challenge also. Mm-hmm. But I never took it as challenge. I only thought that Baba has put me here, Dadi has put me here. I must do my part of responsibility in the best possible manner, with true dedication. And I was doing it also. It gave me lot of learning. I was never exposed to these kinds of things. But then there's so much transformation that you have to bring in yourself. New situation altogether. The people you are entrusted with don't know you. You don't know them. They are all new. different kinds of personalities, people coming from different backgrounds, some people with no educational background at all. It becomes a bit challenging. But I feel that faith in Baba and Baba's help, Dadi's help, that was extended to me, and the faith that they had in me made me go through. And as you were asking me, that I was very strict. I was known as a strict teacher. The Kumaris who have taken training, they remember those days. But it was also a good foundation for them. If you ask them, now they say that that training is helpful. They have benefited a lot. So this had become my sanskar, to be strict. Of course, I used to be very quiet. I wouldn't easily open up. But the strictness, that was, I found that little negative kind of feeling was also going to people's strictness. They would be away from me.
Right.
They would not come close to me, which is not a good sign. When you are serving with genuineness, with all full dedication, honesty, love, why don't you receive response from them? Why don't they come close to you?
Right.
Something is wrong with you.
Right.
You cannot ask them to change. You cannot ask them to comply by what you are saying, but you have to look within. This was an awakening for me, and I started to mellow down. And slowly, now with love. And what I said, Dadi Prakash Mani's conversation, when Dadi said emphatically that it is only love. I asked Dadi, if I am very loveful, these people will sit on my head. Dadi said, no. No law, only love. And now I make it a point, my full 100% attention is there on me, on the self, that I do not, because strictness is not bad.
Right.
Sometimes I used to ask people, in what sense am I strict?
Right.
Am I stopping you from eating? Am I stopping you from going away? Am I stopping you from your needs? Strictness in what? In what sense I was strict? I only want that maryadas should be subscribed to, that is all. Discipline should be maintained, that is all. But there was an understanding, learning, that people do not want that, they want this also in a loving manner.
Right.
So now I have started giving attention to it. Then I will not say that I am 100% pass, but I give attention that lovefully, my tone should be such which is acceptable lovingly to the people.
Nice.
And basic quality of the soul is love.
Yes.
Quality of the soul is not discipline.
Yes.
Love. And it is through love, one thing which Baba has said keeps ringing in my ears, the children, if you have to be the sovereign of the world, you have to win the hearts of the people, not the intellect, nothing. Win the hearts of the people. So I keep this also in mind.
No, but as people have been saying about you over the last couple of days, that your voice, that there is a lot of softness and gentleness, but also clarity and power in the words that you speak. So your current effort and your current stage is really the result of that. So that's lovely. But both of you are touching upon something which I think is interesting to consider. I know our topic is to be free from desire, and I have lots of thoughts about what I'd like to ask you. But since you're both talking about this aspect of seniors and juniors, Mohini Didi has been a junior and became a senior, and yourself also, you were working with those who were a senior and you were a junior. This whole thing about relationship between seniors and juniors, it came up earlier on that we are a family, so not this hierarchy of junior and senior, but both of you, and perhaps Mohini Didi can address this, how do you make sure that you as a senior, but then there are those who are very junior and there are those who are more senior to those juniors, but junior to you, how do you maintain this equality amongst them, that at the end of the day we're all sisters or we're all brothers, and that we want to be able to maintain that equality? How do you support them in doing that? And same for you. Yeah.
But Asha Didi is talking of love. If there is love and firmness,
Yes.
like whenever there is something in Madhuban, or so one sister said, we know that you won't break principles, so we know this is what like if there is firmness in the sense of your identity, of your beliefs, and people appreciate, and then so there can be love, but also people will accept what we say because of that firmness inside. I think. So we shouldn't doubt that if we are loving, then people won't listen. I was sharing yesterday with someone, relationship with everyone, a child or a grandfather or grandparent. Then I remembered that I was 16 and Baba was 83.
Wow.
And I am going from college, appointment with Baba. And Baba start chatting with me, what you study, what are your subjects. It's like, and it was no age barrier, no.
Age gap.
So I kind of learned from there or whatever to look at a person and say, I'm talking to a child, or should we communicate knowing that what this person will understand, what not.
Right.
That is why I had been saying that even we say love is most important, but I find understanding each other is very important. There are many, many little ones, now they are youth. I always help them to decide their college, decide what they should study or what's their future. So I think that somewhere a level of intellect, level of understanding helps us to be in good connection, good relationship. But one thing we have to remind ourselves, the very interesting book came on 7 steps or something. And it was like, if you are, a child is 8 years old and you are father, your expectation from the child should be, but it will be, yes, with the time he will do it. So another kind of that kindness towards those who are new, those kindness in the sense of not you are flexible, allowing them to be mature, allowing them to be experienced, so not seeing them as junior, but also seeing them like they need to learn more about certain things. So I find that understanding and communication. Brahma Baba invited some of us, I was only 22 something, in a meeting with many older ones. And I was looking at them, all of them around. But how Baba trusted the younger ones like me and allowed us to be with other ones.
But how was he with the other senior ones that were there with you? How do you think they felt, or how do you think Baba dealt with them?
That is one thing we have to learn from them.
Right.
I don't know, they know that we are the support of Yagya. We're not challenging them.
Nice.
Right? Even there was a governor coming 1970 something. So, because of English, whatever, I was supposed to be with him. And Dadi Gulzar was given the task of taking care of the room. And you know what Didi used to say? Let's say I have a program with the governor. Go in every Dadi's room and brief them. This is what is happening, this is what is happening, and I have been given this task.
But you would have been extremely respectful of them.
Oh yeah. So I went in every Dadi's room. You know, I learned Dadi Prakashmani, I was in Bombay with her, was visiting my Lokhiks, and then I went to stay with Dadi. So every morning Dadi will call all Dadis in Bombay, Brejendra Dadi and that one in Kulaba, Pushpashanta, many Dadis. Say, I have this thought, but I am calling everyone to ask if what they feel about it. Which doesn't happen now. They just decide, they just conclude it. And lot of young ones are not happy because they feel they're not being communicated, they're not. Some are good, some not. But because the way I was accepted as a young person by Dadis, by Baba, I knew that what they also want to be. So what I do from day one, I include them. Like Gayatri when came, you know, she was 26 at that time. Bhumi when came, she was 21. But I know that what I was given as young person, I should give them. And when a very solid relationships get built. Very solid, when I say it's not just emotional and all that. So I think that what these days they say, even in big companies, inclusiveness. This is the biggest topic, is how much we include everyone. So there was Brother Rick's daughter, Kay, used to stay with me in Queens. So we planned a Christmas program and told everyone, and her duty was to bake bread. She said, I will do it, but I would have loved when you all were discussing menu, if I would have been part of that.
Right.
Sometimes young people say something, and I know that's what they require. You know, in the sense of, okay, do this, do this, do this. But when you sit and plan together with them, they feel good. Otherwise, they keep saying, we keep saying, listen to seniors, you should obey seniors. But what's the duty of seniors, right? So try to understand whether they are juniors or children or youth. And that creates a very, very good relationship. But second is communication.
Right.
Understanding and then communication. I think these two things we all need to develop. And wherever there is uncomfortable situation, there is some reason there.
Right. But also in uncomfortable situation, I suppose, is it always two sides to a story as well? Asha Didi, would you like to share something about this aspect?
About
this whole aspect of how equal vision, inclusivity, how do you do that? How do you practically do that? Well, you were with seniors, but you were a junior, and there was an expectation of you, everybody was watching you. So how did you work with the seniors, let's say, and then how do you work with your juniors now?
It is my good fortune that I had very good, close connection with Mohini Didi and Dadi, Gulzar Dadi also. And whenever anything thing was that they used to ask me. I would be quiet, but they used to come to know and they used to ask me. And at that time, I was also not that powerful. I used to just cry.
You used to cry.
And then Dadis, Didi, they would understand me. This was my good fortune that they understood me.
Right. That's Mohini Didi
Yes.
saying, this understanding.
They understood me, although I did not speak, never in details, but they understood me. And when it comes to my relationship with our younger sisters, then what is today's signal, Avyakt signal, Data. I have kept in my mind that I have to give. Because they are small, they are younger to me. I have to give. Give what? It's not the question of things, it's not a question of money, but the feeling feeling of belongingness, apnapan. Apnapan. If you are empathetic, remember our young days. Now they're young. So understand their psychology. Understand them. This gives them a lot of feeling of affinity. And second thing is giving means giving love, giving feeling of affinity. Then these things and genuineness in their progress. I have with me younger sisters, very well qualified, very well qualified. They have been doing very well in the Lokic world. Gold medalists, good, very good team. And it becomes very difficult at times, competitive.
Right.
Competitive spirit. It is there, and I don't mind that.
Right.
But that competition should not produce jealousy. So I keep in my mind that everyone has a speciality, and she should be encouraged in that field. There's one sister who's very fast, networking, very fast. So, very ambitious, very ambitious. But then you have to keep her little, see. So,
Held back.
yeah. But you have to speak to them from time to time with the genuineness that Kalyankari Bhav, benevolence, that there is benefit in you, benefit in this. So when they really feel that I am genuinely talking to them and genuinely I mean what I say to them, then they feel good and I also feel good.
Right.
And Baba's work also goes on well. So this is one thing. I think we elder sisters have to understand our younger ones. Then in a young age, everyone has some aspirations.
Yes.
So we should honor that,
Yes.
respect that.
Yes.
So this is
Thank
one
you.
thing.
Yeah.
And then they must have connection. Their foundation should be spiritual.
Right.
Otherwise it becomes cutthroat competition.
Right.
So spiritually founded and draw their attention towards that.
Thank you very much. I mean, I have a series of things I wanted to ask. Sorry? Yeah, आपको जाना है ना अभी? You have to go. आपको जाना है ना अभी? 8:30 बजे. Okay. So, Bhumiben, is there a bit more time? Carry on a bit more. So, I wanted to ask about this aspect of desire. This is our theme for this month. So, I came up with some other words. You both mentioned some words: desire, aspiration, hope, good wishes. As Didi mentioned, ambition as well. So, how do we not confuse desire with, let's say, hope? Hope is necessary. How do we not confuse desire with aspiration, or desire even with good wishes? Because those can be a bit misunderstood too. So, can you distinguish between desire and some of these positive, hopeful outlooks that we need to have in life about everything, about one's own progress, about our world, about each other?
I think that one of the basic principle we have, that we have to follow Srimad, right? So, what is Srimad and what is my manmat? I want it, I want this, I want. So when it is your desire or you want it, you will have lot of thoughts.
Right.
One day we asked one Mohini Didi, how do I know? This is what I think and this is what Baba. She said, when you think, you keep thinking. When it is Baba's, then you have a thought, you could call it desire, whatever. But you're not thinking because you know if it's Baba's. Like many souls have, given up, or they kind of feel they don't get enough opportunity, their specialties are not recognized and they're not valued. And all that is actually very much from the mind, right? If Baba had said something, Baba wants something, but why you are thinking, right? So Mohini Didi was saying, someone said, I want this, but it's not happening. She said, because you want it. So I start understanding that is it what I want, we want, or is it what Baba wants? Right. And we hear this surrender intellect lot, and I know in foreign countries took long time for people. How can you have? I say surrender and use it. Right. It's not surrender intellect means don't think, don't decide, no power to discern. Our intellect has to be very qualified, but still surrender, right?
Right.
So sometimes that is what happens, that desire and Shrimad, we are not able to. But my functioning for everything is Baba's Shrimad, one, and then Baba wants it, or I want. A lot of people. So, let's say we got retreat place. Now there is other soul. We also want retreat place. We also want retreat place. And they do get, but they struggle.
Yeah.
Because they got it, they wanted it.
Right.
It's not wrong.
Right.
But it's not that Baba made them nimit and said, okay, child, do it. So that happening a lot more now.
Right.
And that is why there is not that much contentment. Like we got peacefully. I never think I want it.
Right.
Baba gave, okay, Baba will do it, Baba will do it. Baba will take care. Like my lawyer said, it's easy to buy elephant than to feed. So I say, it's not my elephant. If it was mine, then definitely I will think, who will feed it? So deeply within understanding of Srimad helps you to have everything, thought, aspiration, ambition. But
I think
you have to.
What you're saying is even more subtle, actually, in that this idea of having a thought but the thought that Baba wants, actually. So even if you could label it, let's say, desire, but actually it's not a desire, but a Baba has planted a thought in your mind, and how you don't see it as desire, that's when it actually happens.
Yeah. And even with service, I always look at whole yagya or which direction. So you have opportunities, you meet ministers, you do a lot of these kinds of things. So now there is a program, what should be the topic? What people like.
Yes,
And
that's
I
a big
just say, no, I'm not going to decide on what people like or what I like. What Baba had been saying, decide topic based on
This
that.
is a very big one.
If we do not do that, you can keep expanding, but you will never reach to
Right.
kind of accomplish, what Baba
Yeah.
wants us.
Yeah.
So whenever we sit, oh, people like this, people, I said, what bhog we should like, people like. People don't eat this, people. Make bhog what our standard had been offered to Baba. If people want, make something and distribute. Okay, you start making bhog from ragi flour halwa. I don't mind it. But why don't you make for Baba regular halwa? And you can, feed ragi, it's all right. But it is everything natural, everything what today people think is natural for us is not necessarily
This is a big
natural.
topic.
So what I'm saying that somewhere we forget what is Baba's Srimad,
Right.
what is Baba's principle, what would Baba like. We always think what people like, why this one like that, and we confuse ourselves, I always keep to that. I said, I'm not going to do what people like.
Hmm.
I will do what yagya, what is right, and if people like or not like, it's all right. We can help them in some way.
Right.
So this whole thing of it's happening more and more all over.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm very concerned. Sometimes you ask my concern, where are we going? It's such a big and caring millions of people, but we have to be very clear.
Right.
And that's the kind of, like when I was sharing responsibility in Yagya, only thing I am just doing is through very clearly, whether through my thoughts and the voice, we should do what Baba wants. Because he's taking us to destination.
Now, this in itself is a big topic. How do I know what Baba wants, and how can I trust my thought that is Baba's thought? But maybe that another time. I'm aware that we're getting.
What others? First thing we say, what others?
Yeah, right.
There is a joke in Yagya that there were many old dadis at that time. Today, Baba said in the food there was less salt. They will not say that I want more salt. Today, Baba said, it's long time jalebi hasn't been made. It's a long time. So I said, did Baba say, oh, you want jalebi? You tell us. She said, anyway, yeah, I want jalebi. I'm just saying it that how we manipulate and then what is Baba saying? And I keep reminding myself, I will listen to everyone, but I will only do what Baba says.
Yeah, very
And
good.
I think that helps me a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, Asha Didi, last comment from you before we finish.
Now, I agree with what Didi said. Desire, ambition, aspiration, you can find dictionary meanings. But she's absolutely right, and she's put that thing forward, that it is Srimad. Whatever Baba wants, that has to be done. And everything that comes to my mind, is it according to Srimad? Does it match Srimad? Why match? Srimad is Srimad. And just go by that, that's sufficient. So there is no when we become Baba's children and we are real effort makers, then there is no margin of my own desire, my own this ambition, and my own this thing. Then it remains the wishes of Baba, the Srimad of Baba.
Thank you very much. Something else coming to my mind, but I won't take it up now because I was talking about it with Didi earlier on, but maybe we'll take it up another time. So thank you both very much. We could, I'm sure, be here all night, right, Bhumiben? And carry on chatting, but everybody's got other plans, like going to sleep.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mandaben, especially to you because, of course, Didis, but you came all the way from London.
All the way from London for this.
Yes, because see, we don't get you from London.
Yes, it's 1:45 London time now.
Right. So it's a great
Asha Didi is
fortune.
going tomorrow to Washington. What time are you leaving?
Early morning, 5:45.
Oh, okay. So, but she's coming back, so
Yes.
we will see you next weekend.
I'm going on temporary leave.
Yes, Asha Didi will be going to Washington and Boston and coming back here. And Mohini Didi will be here whole week. So, of course, there will be many other things, Avyakti Parivar. So, please be with us every evening. There will be new things, of course. And Mandaben, we want you to stay.
I'm staying for 2 more days.
Oh, that's great. So, this will be the third continuation tomorrow. How about that? Yeah? Okay. Yes. So, we'll continue with Mandaben and, of course, Didi. And when Asha Didi will join us back on Friday. Right, Didi? Thank you once again. And tomorrow, as we are all here, we have many, many angels here from all over and special Amritwela again, together with Avyakti Parivar in Peace Village, Inspiration Hall, and then evening. Tomorrow is Tuesday, sorry. So Tuesdays, our 5 to 6, we will have English Avyakt Muli revision. And Mandaben, you will be able to do revision?
Generally, Gayatri Ben used to do, then Shireen Ben. You are traveling also tomorrow.
So Mandaben is ever ready. So she will be doing 5 to 6 English Avyakt Muli revision, whole Avyakti Parivar, and everyone will join? Yes, in Inspiration Hall. So, huh?
Ji Bhumiben.
Thank you, Ji. Yes, and then 6 o'clock, but we will start, followed by Hindi series, English series, and continuation with chit chat with Mandaben and Didi. So now let's remember Baba and take drishti from our both Didis. And those who are here in Peace Village, you will get holy blessings. So please stay back with us.
जीवन के दाता सांसों के स्वामी ये नैया की पतवार तुमको है अर्पण जीवन के दाता सांसों के स्वामी ये नैया की पतवार तुमको है अर्पण प्राणों के प्यारे बाबा हमारे प्राणों के प्यारे बाबा हमारे तुझे तेरा सब कुछ समर्पण समर्पण जीवन के दाता सांसों के स्वामी ये नैया की पतवार तुमको है अर्पण सब कुछ समर्पण समर्पण जीवन के दाता सांसों के स्वामी ये नैया की पतवार तुमको है अर्पण जीवन के दाता सांसों के स्वामी ये नैया की पतवार तुमको है अर्पण।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
ओम शांति मोहिनी दीदी।
ओम शांति।
ओम शांति मोहिनी दीदी, ओम शांति।